Good evening. You're watching The Last Word with me, Tanima Biswas. Curtains have come down on the high-octane Delhi election campaign, with all the parties fielding voters. It's a triangular contest in Delhi, with the Aam Aadmi Party facing 11 years of anti-incumbency, BJP hoping to win Delhi, which they have not won in over 2 decades, and the Congress, which is trying to reclaim the capital. Remember, Delhi goes to vote on Wednesday, so what we are asking is, whose freebies or manifesto promises will pay off? But before we go to the discussion, let's take a look at this report.
आपके लोकप्रिय नेता अरविंद केजरीवाल आपके बीच पहुंच चुके हैं।
As dusk approached on Monday, the last day of campaigning in the capital, the loudspeakers fell silent. The drumbeats rolled down and the candidates got off their campaigning vehicles. The curtains fell on a month of hectic campaigning, high-voltage drama, the narrative and counter-narrative, with each of the 3 main parties claiming that they will sweep Delhi Assembly polls. And what a campaign it has been. Incumbent AAP saw a fast and furious month with one controversy after another, with Purvanchali and Punjabi vote banks coming to forefront, from polluted Yamuna to free electricity. Basic necessities also found their way to AAP's poll campaign. With raids on its star campaigners, top leaders campaigning after prison time, and corruption charges against them, AAP is fighting anti-incumbency in Delhi after being in power for 10 years. On the other hand, Bharatiya Janata Party, which has been out of power in the national capital for 27 years, led an aggressive campaign, from the top brass leading the blitzkrieg to holding press conferences every day. BJP brought the A game of its election machinery.
BJP's blitzkrieg in battle for Delhi. Now, with the slogan of Aapda Sarkar Jayegi, Bhajpa Aayegi, big guns of the BJP are on the ground holding 22 mega road shows and also numerous rallies across the national capital on the last day of election campaigning. Now, in fact, calling out the alleged corruption and governance failures of the Aam Aadmi Party, the BJP central leadership has hit out at Arvind Kejriwal over the Sheesh Mahal Rao and also pollution at Yamuna, while at the same time trying to garner votes in the name of Modi Ki Guarantee.
The campaign for Delhi election also witnessed a rift in India bloc. Congress, which is fighting a battle for survival in the capital despite a semblance of revival in the Lok Sabha polls, openly took on ally Kejriwal's AAP.
We know its primary challenger is Aam Aadmi Party and not BJP. The leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi, went on to criticize Mr. Kejriwal's failure to deliver on its promises, its corruption allegations, and also said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Arvind Kejriwal are 2 sides of the same coin. It is going to be a tough fight between these 2 parties of the India alliances, with strong candidates like former Chief Minister's son, Sandeep Dixit, taking on Arvind Kejriwal directly from the New Delhi constituency, and Congress candidate Alka Lamba fighting against sitting CM Atishi from the Kalkaji constituency. It is going to be an interesting fight as Congress is eyeing to secure at least 2 dozens of seats in the national capital in the assembly elections.
Before the announcement of poll dates, both AAP and Congress made it clear that they won't be fighting the Delhi polls together. Throughout their campaign, Congress brass hit out at Kejriwal and AAP government. But over a decade-long hiatus from power may be too much to cover with relatively few leaders to back on. With Congress trying to recreate its 2024 political revival, BJP going all out to end its 27-year-long Delhi drought, and ruling AAP seeking a 3rd term, the national capital is caught in a fierce 3-way political contest. The question is, where does this leave the voters? With Malvika Murli, Bureau Report, NDTV.
Right, so we are looking at who has the edge in the national capital, whose freebies and manifesto promises will pay off. To discuss this further on the show with me, I'm joined by Shazia Ilmi, spokesperson of the BJP, Preeti Sharma Menon, national spokesperson for the Aam Aadmi Party, Dr. Ajay Kumar, spokesperson for the Congress, and Neeja Chaudhary, senior journalist. In fact, I want to start with the Neeja Chaudhary first. According to you, ma'am, I'm sure you've made your assessments already by now. Who has the edge in the capital?
Sorry, what was that? Your voice wasn't coming through very well. Can you repeat that?
I am banking on your reportage, ma'am. Just want to hear from you first. Who do you think has the edge in the national capital?
What do I see? You know, everybody is waiting with bated breath. Now, only 2 days to go. And Delhi, this little Delhi, equal to half a state, and yet the future prospects of major parties hinge on what's going to happen on February 5. And I think we can only speculate now. But Delhi, this time, what has been good is that major issues have come to the fore. Of course, there's been a slugfest between the different parties, BJP versus Aam Aadmi Party. All stops, out. And the stakes are very, very high for Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal. If he wins, he'll be viewed with new eyes all over the country. If he loses, then it's an existentialist crisis for the Aam Aadmi Party. And suppose he wins, but wins only narrowly, then also he will be vulnerable. Aam Aadmi Party government will be vulnerable and and shaky probably. And also for the BJP to get back to power after 27 years, it's been out of power for more than a quarter of a century. And not having got a majority last year in the Lok Sabha elections, then having won Haryana and Maharashtra so convincingly, therefore to get Delhi, and Delhi is the heart of India, it affects the Hindi heartland, the party's prospects in the Hindi heartland, and the Hindi heartland is very important for the Bharatiya Janata Party. So all that put together, the stakes are high also for the BJP, even though Delhi is half a state. For the Congress, it doesn't seem to be in the reckoning at all. And I think it seems that it is going to be a vote cutter more than a player in this election. So let's see what February 8th yields for Delhi, and it will have its impact on the rest of the country.
Right. In fact, you have given me a lot to actually take some of the questions to the parties now. Aam Aadmi Party, to you first. Preeti Menon, if you heard what Neeja Chaudhary had to say, that this is a very, very high-stakes battle for Aam Aadmi Party amid all the triangular contest, more than the BJP and the Congress. There could be an existentialist crisis, if we are to borrow from Neeja ma'am's words, that the Aam Aadmi Party could face in case they don't manage to retain Delhi. What are your thoughts on that as the campaign closes today?
I think every election is a very challenging election. We cannot take any election lightly. But having said that, it's many times that, a time that obituaries of Aam Aadmi Party are written. Every time something happens, they say, okay, this is the end of the Aam Aadmi Party. But the fact is, Aam Aadmi Party is the fastest growing party in India. It is the only party that in 10 years has become a nationally recognized party. We are today the only party that has managed to give a fiscally sound government, which despite what you all call reveries, what we call welfare, despite giving welfare to its citizens to the extent that every household is saving 25,000 rupees through free bijli, free pani, mahilaon ki bus yatra, school and mohalla clinics. Every household is saving 25,000, and of course we have our further promises. Doing all of that, we've managed it so well that the Delhi budget always runs at a fiscal surplus. We have not taken any new debt. We have just paid off a large chunk of the debt that we inherited in 2013 from the previous government. So I think the people of Delhi trust the Aam Aadmi Party because they know Arvind Kejriwal delivers. Now, the BJP, they said Ladki Behan. But now suddenly 65 lakh girls from Maharashtra are no longer the Ladki Behan of Devendra Fadnavis election day. They are being denied the promise that they were given earlier of getting a monthly remuneration. So this has repeatedly been BJP's stance where they offer something but they never deliver it. But Arvind Kejriwal always delivers more than he offers. So we are in a very sound place. We are getting at least 55 plus seats in Delhi.
All right. These are initial comments. Of course, we will come back to other questions as well, but I want to give equal time to all the parties in the initial round of comments. BJP, Shazia Ilmi, to you. in terms of, we've seen all the big guns coming out for the BJP, the union ministers, Prime Minister also leading several rallies, especially towards the close of the campaign. But in terms of personality politics, what Aam Aadmi Party constantly keeps pointing out, that in terms of Delhi's BJP not projecting any sort of a front runner for the CM race, is that something which is going to affect your chances?
Well, has it affected our chances in Haryana, in Rajasthan, in Maharashtra for many years? And Uttarakhand has it, so I don't think it has. But anyway, I just want to correct a few things, a few points made by my the spokesperson of Aam Aadmi Party. So for the first time since the Vidhan Sabha, Delhi Vidhan Sabha has been constituted, Delhi's finances are going to fall into deficit for the first time by the end of 24-25, with its expenditure likely to exceed Delhi's it was historically a revenue surplus state, and it's becoming for the first time a revenue deficit. A report that was used by all of us when I was a member of Aam Aadmi, founder member. The same CAG report, actually says that 2,060 crores have been siphoned off. There has been lost revenue. Not just that, there are, whether it's the schools, Yamuna, where Arvind Kejriwal himself, they have received Yamuna, seems to have evaporated somewhere. So there are many such things, and I just wanted to correct my Aam Aadmi. Now coming to Delhi, has been but stemming, and the rot seems to have all going to adding up to all the MLAs. Many of them have been. I think it's very, very tough. 270% of all Delhi voters will look at that 1.5. I think BJP will party.
Congress now. Congress is, even before the election on that, because it's largely being seen as an Aam Aadmi Party versus BJP face-off.
No, I think Nirja ji has been very unkind, but that's a perspective, and she is and I respect that. The issue is very simple. If you look at the Aam Aadmi Party or the BJP, the Aam Aadmi Party is an exact RSS BJP kind of a model. Rajya Sabha, identical structure. In fact, the BJP, Aam Aadmi Party thrived on the RSS support for India against corruption when they started off, and for a long time. So, I think my reading of the situation is that is designed. I sense during the BJP, because if you look at the Aam Aadmi Party and look at the rhetoric, so it's never for the sketch. The person, if you look at the Aam Aadmi Party and you go to the unorganized colonies, absolutely horrendous. I've seen it during this campaign. I've seen it in terms of garbage, the amount of mountains and mountains and mountains of garbage. And if honestly, if somebody has to say that when Sheila Dixit left when we lost the election, since then, I'm glad that we have decided to take on the See, look at the support of Bharatiya Janata Party leadership, and they believe that this fight is between 1 sec. I'll just complete. The issue is Mr. Kejriwal and then Preeti. Everybody seems to say the same thing, like 55 seats. What I'm hearing is even Mr. Kejriwal is in a very sticky wicket. So the issue is, what will happen on the 5th is difficult to say. We believe, and hopefully we will get a decent number of seats. And the fact is that the Congress has taken it up, which do represent what all mutated Aadmi Party. They said about the SCs, what they said, continue to do it with the. We definitely believe that Delhi become worse. You ask the common man on the road, when does it? Innovation is gone. And last, very quick to rise, and if I'm saying that, and again, Aam Aadmi Party, but that's my analysis, that it is going to increase our vote share.
Okay. Quick right to their India, but both the Congress as well as the BJP are corruption. That is what is going to bring, or they're going to get undone by it in this election. Is that, at least is this time?
Yeah, I like this. The deficit budget is a prediction. We have the ability. We have Padhe Likhe Log budget. We inherited a 30,000 crore loan which the previous government had left us 10 years ago. Out of it, 15,000 crore has been paid off. So we are what they say that somebody said, the Congress spokesperson said that every state is giving it. Does the whole country have free, like whole country have mohalla clinics? I wasn't aware of it. So I think the welfare state that the having said that, what I would like to point the CBI, the police force, and filed more than 200 cases against Aam Aadmi Party leaders. Okay, more than 200. Shazia point out called scam, which they keep talking about, but there are many other cases. And in that, out of 140 cases, our people have been acquitted, and the court has marked on the investigating agencies about their behavior. In fact, in Manish Sodia's bail case, the Supreme Court was forced to say, you have no case, you have no witness, you have no evidence. So, this is the state that the whole country is aware of. What the country needs to know today about BJP is that the BJP manages law and order in Delhi. I have data here with me about Delhi, especially the law and order. 3 women get raped every day in Delhi. This is managed by the BJP. 509 murders every year. 5,641 kidnappings. Delhi has become the kidnapping capital for the country. The violent campaign that we've seen by the BJP.
All right, Shazia, quickly counter that before I give the final word to Neerja Chaudhary.
He's taken up a hogged up a
So
when you have Aam Aadmi Party MLAs like Naresh Balyan extorting money, fraudulence and builders, what do you expect Delhi's law and order to be? But having said that, you know, civic issues besides corruption are going to be very big issues.
So
look at the state of
let her finish her point, Preeti Menon.
He's totally lost out on delivering. He himself has admitted that Yamuna remains unclean. Of course, he brought up the hilarious charges, I mean serious charges, but sounds hilarious, of genocide. So just shows just how dramatic the man can be, and the delusion of grandeur that he has, that he thinks that the center is going to do everything to oust him. So this is just delusional politics, and also that of desperation. But whether it's a Yamuna or is the lack of cleanliness and other civic issues, I think they are...
Right. I'm really sorry, but we have very less time. We've heard you, Shazia Almi and Preeti Menon there. But the final word goes to Neerja Chaudhary. Ma'am, my question is, amid all the welfareism and the Manifesto promises, do you think the tax relief to middle class given by in the union budget this time is going to be a game changer for the BJP in Delhi this time?
Nirmala Sitharaman's budget and relief on income tax to the middle class, raising the exemption bit from 7 lakhs to 12 lakhs would well become the game changer. You know, the outcome in Delhi, according to me, will depend on 3 or 4 factors. Number 1, the extent to which the middle class, which has been, getting disaffected. It's not as enamored of the AAP as it was in the last 2 elections. will they now, a chunk of them swing to the BJP? That is a big thing. Will women amongst the middle class, women have been very staunch supporters of Aam Aadmi Party. Again, in the last couple of elections, will a section of women who belong to the middle class also look at the BJP Congress revive? Last time it was around 4.5%. Suppose the Congress gets 7-8% more votes. It may not get seats, but will it then dent the Aam Aadmi Party, particularly amongst the supporters that they've had amongst the Muslims and the Dalits? So many things will, hinge on the outcome on the 8th. And future will really depends on Congress revival and the middle class.
Right. Unfortunately, we have run out of time completely on this show, but Nija Chaudhary, Shazia Elmi, Preeti Sharma Menon, Dr. Ajay Kumar, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast today. From my side, coming